All right, and welcome back everyone to the Taiko World Cup 2024. We're currently in the round of 32, and we're going to be having potentially pretty spicy match on our hands. We have the closest match seeding-wise for this week's round of 32. It's going to be Australia versus the Philippines. I'm Ethan. I'm joined by Janitor.
Hello, and yeah, these teams are basically neck and neck with each other in qualifiers, like literally right next to each other for multiple maps.
Yeah, I was looking at like just like the seeding in general and just like what specific maps both teams excelled at. There's a few maps where like one or the other team does look like the favorite, but I feel like this is just gonna be a pretty back and forth match, honestly, looking at like the scores and stuff.
Yeah, they were basically neck and neck with each other for virtually every map. Like maybe one map they would be 4 spaces away from each other instead of 2 or 3, but it's very close.
Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how these two teams perform here now that we're in the bracket stage and it's not qualifiers anymore.
Yeah, it's a very dangerous match for all your points and predictions. I'm guessing that a lot of the predictions will get shattered at this specific match.
Yeah, this might be where some people's pick'ems might get wrecked a little in round of 32, potentially, depending on how this goes. I feel like I want to give Philippines maybe the slight edge here. Like, if I had to predict a team that would come out on top in this matchup, maybe the Philippines, but it's, like, really hard to tell. Because if Australia are just having a really good day, they can totally win it as well.
Yeah, I think Australia did better than a lot of people expected in qualifiers. They have some really good returning players as well as some really good new faces as well. Philippines, I think, had a similar roster last year, but they did relatively
well. Yeah, I believe this is a fairly similar roster compared to last year. There's a couple of new faces for both teams. And yeah, looks like the rolls should be coming in a bit soon. You want to give a good old roll prediction?
I'm pretty sure. I think it would be funnier if Jai was rolling and he lost the roll. that is entirely my thought process on this.
I would love to see it. I want to see 68 and 67. 68 for Australia and 67 for Philippines.
That would be great. I don't think there's been any super close rolls so far yet, but we are due for one eventually.
Close rolls for the probably pretty close match? Question mark?
Maybe. You know, if Hungry Turtle 420 was rolling for Australia, they would be guaranteed to win.
Oh
god,
no.
That's a 3.
That's not what you want to see. Technically, Australia could lose the roll still. Okay, they don't. Wait, I was actually I think I was dead on with the Australia roll. Okay. I did get both rolls right, but you know what? I got one of them right, so you know what? I get some brownie points for that.
That was really close. Philippines, if they just rolled a 69, it would have been dead on.
Alright, well, Philippines will be the first to ban, and Australia will ban second, but Australia will get the first pick of the match, so... I'm kind of... if I had to give, like, some pick predictions, I want to say Australia might be favoring the no mods towards the beginning of this series. So we might be seeing, like, an early no mod pick.
I could see that. Both teams seem pretty evenly matched when it comes to mods. A hidden 2 ban, which is interesting, and then a hidden 1 ban, so...
Okay.
Neither team wants to play hidden.
I hope no one was wanting to watch Hidden today, because you might have to wait a bit. You might have to wait till next match.
I forget about the stats, but I think Hidden 1 has been banned in the vast majority of matches so far.
Interesting. I think, well, it is a Hidden 1, so of course it's going to be naturally banned a good bit. I don't think it's the most, like, evil Hidden 1 they could have pulled, for sure.
I think any hidden 1 is automatically evil if it's below 160 BPM.
That is fair.
Alright, so
And
Australia's picking gimmick.
okay, I like to see just immediately going for the gimmick map. I quite like this gimmick map. It's very just SV oriented.
Yeah, I think it's quite intuitive. Nothing too weird. It's some like, I think it's .comma patterns and some like low SV patterns. Nothing too crazy.
It's definitely a good just round of 32 gimmick map where it's not gonna like force you to memorize the entire thing, but there's definitely some tricky stuff here that if you practice, you could have quite the reward in your actual match.
It is also interesting to have two teams that are really similar in skill level play it, because usually it's kind of polarizing. Like one team clearly has multiple people who have practiced, the other team does not, and there's like the 500k score difference. This match I assume will be much different.
Yeah, I'm guessing it'll be somewhat close, but well, I guess we'll have to see. Kind of depends. Maybe one team didn't practice it as much as they should have or something. But I'd imagine both teams have definitely practiced this, so
yeah, I think for a match as close as this one, you would expect that they would practice it. But stranger things have happened.
Very true. Alright, looks like they're gonna be getting started soon. So Australia's first pick of the match. I think it's hard to tell like what's a strong pick for either team. I'm gonna assume Australia has practiced this a lot if they're first picking it.
It would be a bit of a power move to first pick a gimmick map you have not practiced.
That would definitely be one of the power moves of all time. So yeah, I would definitely... I don't know, it's so hard to tell. Just both these teams are very close and even on pretty much every single pick, it feels like. And yeah, it looks like we're going to be getting started. On to No Mod 4 in just a moment here. Australia's first pick of the match. Somewhat short map, 2 minutes and 7 seconds, but definitely a lot of action packed into this one.
I think Silicosis said in the chat that they had not practiced this yet. I don't know if that's true. It would be funny if it wasn't true.
We gotta practice the gimmick. Alright, getting into one of the first low SV sections. Tsubasa picking up the first miss. Quish is going to shortly trade right after, though. Currently, Philippines have the early lead on this pick, but it's not by a lot, only by around 5,000 points. Ooh.
Yeah, Silicos is finding a miss right as he said they had a lead, and Irie also missing.
Oh yeah, now the lead's just going right back over to Australia, but Splurge and Jade both missing right there is going to flip the lead right back over to the Philippines. So far, it's just going back and forth right now, but it looks like Philippines have a bit of a lead just for now. 22,000 points, so it's a bit of a lead, but it's not by a lot.
It's a lot of spaghetti in this match with people missing all over the place.
Yeah, it just seems like a lot of the players here are struggling to kind of get a consistent combo going. So if any team can get a player that can just start just rolling this map, that could definitely help them out for their team's overall score.
Yeah, accuracy seems to be a big difference. 2 members on Philippines above 99, whereas it's only Jai on the Australian side.
Yeah, that is very true. I think accuracy is definitely coming in handy for the Philippines. And now the score lead's actually increasing up to like 40,000 here due to the accuracy drops from Tsubasa and a few other players on the side of Australia. This is looking like it might be a point for the Philippines, even though Australia picked it.
Yeah, some unfortunate misses near the middle, but oh my god. Oh.
No way,
oh
no way,
it's blocked!
No way, the misses from both Quish and Silicosis causing the lead to flip back over to Australia suddenly at the last moment here. And as long as no one on the side of Australia misses, they will be taking it. Wow, okay. What an opening map here. It looked like it was getting a breakpoint there.
Let me just say, I always believed in Australia. I always knew they were going to... They're always going to maintain their pick.
Oh, wow, okay.
Best pick strategy.
That was wild to watch. Yeah, Australia cutting it close there. Cutting it very close there. Oh my. That was
Look at
such.
that Jai with 4 100s.
Oh my, yeah. Silicosa's also had really good accuracy as well. 7 100s for them. It's just a really unfortunate tank there. They like missed almost like an entire stream, it looked like there. It's like 10 or 12 misses in a row. That was super unfortunate for the Philippines. Because it looked like they definitely could have taken that break point.
Yeah, a very important point for Australia and Philippines. Will have to respond somehow. And that is colors being picked, which is, I think it's 240. It's a relatively standard map.
Oh. They originally picked DT2, but now they want DT1. Oh.
Alright, so instead of colors, we are picking, I forget what the other one is called, but DT1, which is, I think it's the faster one. No, never mind, it's the tech pick. I have not actually seen this being played on stream yet. It's actually been banned out quite a bit, but now it's getting picked.
Yeah, normally a lot of teams just like avoiding DT1, just because usually like one team is just kind of gonna be winning it most of the time, but it can also be kind of tricky in some matchups like this. Like I think this could be pretty close as well, just like No Mod 4. It'll come down heavily towards like accuracy, I feel like, whichever team feels more comfortable with DT accuracy.
Yeah, looking back on the qualifiers results, this was the largest differential between Philippines and Australia by, I think, 4 places or 5 places, so still pretty close.
Yeah, it's not by a lot, but it's enough that the Philippines feel like they can first pick it looks like. So yeah, with a matchup like this, you kind of just have to pick this.
Hungry Turtle 420 subbing in, who has a hilariously long username compared to everyone else.
Yeah, I believe that's one of the new faces for the Australian team. I don't believe I saw them last year.
I think you might have remembered them if they were playing last year with a nickname like that.
Yeah, that's a unique enough name that I feel like I would remember it, but you never know.
I think their name might be longer than the entirety of everyone on the Philippines currently combined.
That might be correct. I'm too lazy to fact check. Alright, well, getting into DT1, this will be the Philippines' first pick. I'd say it does slightly favor the Philippines, but it can be a bit tricky. I think it would just depend on which team feels more comfortable with slower DT accuracy.
Yeah, I think Philippines has overall stronger accuracy, especially on these sorts of maps.
Yeah, we did see that the Philippines did have some pretty strong accuracy on No Mod 4 just now. Oh, an early miss there from Quish. That's pretty unfortunate, but it's early. Oh no, okay, more misses are starting to pile
really
up.
Unfortunate.
Okay, yeah. Thankfully, it is really early on at least, but yeah, now the Philippines have sort of an uphill battle, but that uphill battle will be a bit easier to go through as huge accuracy drops and also a miss from both Splurge and Hungry Turtle.
Alright, somehow throughout all of that, Philippines has not retaken the lead after Kish missed.
Some wild stuff here. Both teams, it just feels so back and forth right now.
Yeah, right now, Jai is currently top scorer in the lobby, 99.5, where no one else is even at 99.
Yeah, I was just about to point out Jai's accuracy. It is kind of absurd, I'm not gonna lie, for a DT1 pick. Getting high 99% is very, very good, especially when everyone else in the lobby seems to be somewhat struggling with accuracy. Harry and Jaima have sort of stabilized their accuracy, but yeah, Jai is definitely keeping Australia in this from their accuracy.
Oh, they have to be careful though. Splurg and Hungry Turtle.
Oh, it's so unbelievably close right now. A lot of 100s there from Splurg and Hungry Turtle. It is going to flip the lead over to the Philippines side, just off of act differential, but it's still very, very close right now. Under 10,000 points.
Still a worrying amount of map left. About a quarter left to go.
Yeah, it might just come down to accuracy here. They dropping a few 100s, but not too many. Still sitting around mid 99%. Jameez actually started to climb their accuracy pretty high. Now they're at 99.2. That's definitely going to be helping out the Philippines here.
That's been a big difference maker. With Splurg and Hungry Turtle pretty close to Kish, but Irie just being a lot higher.
Yeah, it looks like this will just come down to accuracy. There's not too much map left. Not sure if Australia can come back into the map. And yeah, that's going to be the end of that map. Philippines taking their first point of the match, tying it up 1-1. And, oh wow, Jay's accuracy, 12 100s, okay.
Wow. And yeah, just some unfortunate early misses from Splurg and Hungry Turtle. Could have taken the map, maybe, if they both full comboed.
Yeah, some very good stuff there from the Philippines. Just looks like Philippines overall, they have slightly better accuracy, but Australia has a slightly better combo game. So I guess we'll have to see which ends up working out better for either team. Usually accuracy would help out your team a lot more in the long term, but we'll have to see.
No mod 2, so Australia is going for the tech pick after on the tech DT. But this one doesn't have the DTOD boost.
Yeah, but it's a Tastic tech map, so it's going to be quite tricky, even if it is early on in the bracket.
Also very nerve-wracking too.
Yeah, this pick is a little bit scary from Australia, because they were looking a little bit uncomfortable there on that tech DT, but it might have just been more due to DT than it being techy.
I think also they just don't have a lot of safe picks against the Philippines. It's just a really scary situation. I can imagine the Philippines might have more mods available if it comes to free mods. So that just makes those two maps very scary.
Yeah, I'd imagine Australia are likely going to be avoiding the free mods, and Philippines might honestly pick it up next. I would not be too surprised. Or they might wait a bit of time, I'm not quite sure.
I think Philippines is just retransplanting the player back into... Oh, there they are. Philippines also has quite a deep roster compared to a lot of other countries. They have multiple players who are all actually good and able to contribute.
Yeah, and in 3v3, that's very important. Just having like everyone be able to contribute their effort, even if they're not like the MVP of a pick, being able to just be that solid third or second player can make such a huge difference for some of these rosters.
Yeah, or even just having more flexibility with who plays each map. You get to have your three strongest players playing in a map, as opposed to, well, you know, we only have 3 people, so they're just playing every single map.
Yeah. Alright, getting into the third pick of the match. This is going to be Australia's second pick. It's a bit risky, I feel like, for them, but so does, like, most other maps of the pool. Let's see how this goes.
Well, you know what they say, there's no reward without risk. Which I'm sure someone has said at some point. It's probably not actually saying.
Who knows, maybe you just made up a new saying, and everyone will now use it.
It could. Jai is the only one who has not broken an SS, which basically means nothing at this point in life, but he has performed pretty well. He's been the top scorer in both of the previous maps.
Yeah, I think Jai's accuracy is definitely gonna help out Australia with winning this pick, since there is a chance Slurk and Hungry Turtle could be dropping quite a few 100s here if this ends up going like DT1. But so far, I'm on the side of Australia. It does have above 99%, and 2 players on the side of the Philippines also above 99%. Airy is currently the lowest accuracy in the lobby, but even then, they're about to climb up to 99% in just a moment here. So overall, very high accuracy around from all of these players in the first half.
I think Australia is definitely happier not playing on double timer.
Yeah. The gap's closing a little bit due to some 100s from Hungry Turtle and Splurg. Oh, Splurg dropping quite a few 100s. Yep. Hungry Turtle as well dropping a lot of 100s. Now the lead's in favor of the Philippines, but it's not by a lot. It's still just act differential. Josh Eco dropping. Oh, wow, that's such a huge miss right there. That's going to give Australia the lead. Actually, no, due to accuracy, it's still in the favor of the Philippines. Oh, wow.
Hungry Turtle dropping a lot of hundreds on those 1-6.
Oh, it's so close right now. Australia have the lead. There's not a lot of map left. If they can just keep on their combos and not drop too much, they might be able to take it. But the accuracy drops from Australia is a little bit too much, and the Philippines will take it. Oh, wow.
Oh my god, 12,000 points.
That was so chaotic right there. Just so many, like, drops from so many players there.
Now that is a score v2 moment if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
Just a significant accuracy difference, especially near the end.
Yeah, Josh Eco, even though they missed, they made up for it with 7 100s, and JMA as well with 7 100s. Just really solid accuracy overall from the Philippines.
Yeah, total accuracy difference was roughly 2% when you combine all the players, and 2% is enough to overcome a 1 break difference.
Yeah, this is shaping up to be a pretty wild match. That will be the first breakpoint as well of this match. Now the Philippines have the next pick, and Australia losing on a no-mod, that's a little bit scary because now the Philippines could potentially open up to maybe DT2 if they're feeling up to it, or they could go over to the Fremont section where I feel like they would have the advantage as well.
I could see DT2 being good for them because they could really leverage their accuracy advantage. Australia still has, well, every other no-mod available, but all of them are missing. And Hard Rock is another sort of accuracy advantage that Philippines is currently going for.
Ooh, it looks like I'm very wrong on my prediction, as the Philippines will be opting for Hard Rock 1. Looks like the Philippines are wanting to kind of just play the more accuracy-oriented maps for the pool.
Yeah, they've had a noticeable accuracy advantage throughout this whole map, throughout this whole match.
Yeah, it's honestly a pretty understandable pick. I would not be surprised if maybe after this, maybe like a free mod 1, just because it's a bit more accuracy-oriented. While it's still being a free mod, so they might be able to leverage having a mod advantage if they feel comfortable with that.
Yeah, Australia's consistency has actually been pretty scary overall. So I could see leveraging free mod 1 for all the mod advantages.
Yeah, I think if Australia are going to take this, it's definitely not going to be due to accuracy. It's probably going to be due to just the Philippines missing enough where they're able to leverage a combo advantage.
Or it turns out that Australia is actually a Hard Rock powerhouse this year, and they all triple S every single Hard Rock.
They just turn into Japan, but only on Hard Rock. Trust.
Only on Hard Rock. They did do better than the Philippines on the qualifiers Hard Rock, which is interesting.
Okay. So maybe like with an HR2 pick, they might be favored, but with HR1, maybe the Philippines are favored. This could shape up to be interesting, though. Guess it would sort of depend if combo or accuracy comes more into play. Anyways, we're on Hard Rock 1 here, picked by the Philippines. So far, not too much. Oh, I was about to say.
Oh.
I thought the lead was gonna go to the Philippines for a second, but no, they Flurry didn't drop enough 100s for that to quite happen. But yeah, that was a bit of a scary drop, but everyone keeping their full combo and relatively high AC across the entire lobby. So J-Man dropping a few 100s. But Flurry does trade it out.
Silicosis finding a miss.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate miss, but they do keep up their high accuracy. So J-Man and Quish hitting a few 100s there. That is gonna lower the... it's gonna make things a bit tricky for them.
Jameis single tapping the 1/3 because he's a DDKK player, I guess, and that's just what those people do.
Yeah, so far Australia actually have the accuracy lead and also the combo lead, so this is looking pretty decent for them, but still, it's only 30,000 points of a difference, so it's not too big of a difference yet.
Yeah, for these sorts of maps, there usually aren't too many large breakpoints. It's really just about accuracy or small, granular misses.
So far, Australia are in the lead for that, but let's see. Getting into this key eye, not too much map left. The lead is increasing up to above 40,000. Silicosis with another miss, and that pretty much seals the deal, I'm pretty sure. And it looks like Australia...
Nailed the 1-6.
Wow, okay. Looks like we definitely underestimated Australia on Hard Rock. They put out quite a performance there on that. And looks like they're going to be getting their own breakpoint to tie up the match yet again, 2-2.
I think that's an accuracy advantage, if my very quick maths are not failing me. Which I think is the only time this has happened throughout this match.
Yeah, and that's a pretty good sign, honestly, for Australia, because that would lead me to believe that they could pick something like Hard Rock 2 if they're feeling pretty good on like more speedy Hard Rock maps.
And just to mention, too, Jai has top scored every single map so far in this lobby.
I'm kind of not surprised, but because Jai is Jai, but oh my goodness. Yeah, they've been playing pretty well.
It's tired for quite a while, but once you got it, it never quite leaves you. You're just activating it like a sleeper agent or something. Alright, I guess Australia probably thinking about a Nomad or maybe Hard Rock 2. Hard Rock 2 is a bit faster, but honestly, if you can act Hard Rock 1, probably act Hard Rock 2.
Yeah, unless the speed difference really is making it difficult to act, it should be fine for Australia. So yeah, I kind of... Oh, okay, looks like they're going to go for Nomad 1. Okay, pure consistency. I don't know how I feel about going for Nomad 1 at this point in the match.
This map has actually been banned, I think, more times than Hidden 1. A lot of teams do not like this map, and for good reason. It's just, like, you SS or you lose. Not quite that, but it's close to that.
Yeah. And the Philippines have been pretty consistently ahead in accuracy for pretty much this whole match outside of Hard Rock. So I don't know how I feel about it, but you know what? I guess we'll see what Australia's cooking, because they're gonna probably have to win this either way at some point.
Yeah, I think they have not so many other options. They are pretty much going to be the ones picking Nomad. The Philippines probably are going to be picking Mods. So they might as well get it out of the way now and not right before a potential tie situation.
Yeah, playing Nomad 1 when it's like one of the only picks left, and it's like, oh, it's this and then tiebreaker potentially, that's like one of the most terrifying things you could come across in a tournament.
Like with the thought of, if I do not SS this, we will lose.
Yeah.
It's the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Alright, well, Nomad 1. Pure accuracy battle incoming. Just a couple 100s coming in from Josh. And Airy as well.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think anyone has the nerve control to SS this.
Yeah. So it's going back and forth right now. It's just down to a couple, just like a 1/100 difference right now between both teams.
It might be a no 100 difference, honestly.
Actually, yeah, it could be either top. Is it coming down to like a slider tick? I think it is. That'd be wild if it came down to a slider tick.
I think it is exactly tied. It's just the players are hitting it. Oh, well, it's not tied anymore. Now it's like a 100 difference? 2 100.
The lead's extending just a tiny bit towards Australia's side, but it's not by a lot. It's by basically nothing. Yeah, just both sides trading 100s currently.
This is a really nerve-wracking map. Oh my god, the long streak.
Oh no, that's so unfortunate from Jay missing right there. The first miss of this map, and that's going to allow Philippines to take the lead, but it's not by a lot because Australia's accuracy is still pretty good here. Still only around a 7,000 point difference, climbing up to like 8,000 for a second.
Yeah, missing on a 3-minute map isn't too bad. There's plenty of opportunities to miss, but it really is coming down to nerves.
Oh, but that miss from Hungry Turtle as well. Now there's only one FC for the side of Australia. And now the only thing they really have going for them is that their accuracy is pretty good right now, but currently the combo difference is going to be able to give the Philippines a pretty decent lead now, 21,000 points. It's the biggest point differential we've seen so far on this map.
And Jema at about, I think that's 2 100 so far. Make that 3 100.
Yeah, they're doing really well.
Although, okay, make that 5
okay.
Maybe I should stop.
Instantly comments on a specific player's 100 count, they immediately start dropping 100s. Oh no.
Alright, it's currently a 2 miss difference. Philippines, I think, barely holding on to an accuracy lead.
Yeah, I want to say there's a slight accuracy lead for them, but it's not by too much. It's mainly due to the combo difference happening right now. Yeah, I think unless there's like a pretty catastrophic like series of misses here for the Philippines, I think they take this. The way I word that sounds like I'm like trying to will it into existence.
You're trying to reverse it.
I'm like
something very soft for the Philippines.
And yeah, the Philippines will be taking their third point of this match. Oh wow, just the overall team accuracy from the Philippines is so strong there. Jay with 2 100s and a single miss.
That was really good, but I think Philippines had strong enough accuracy that probably if they full comboed, they still would have lost.
Yeah, it would have been narrow, but yeah, I believe the Philippines would have had it either way due to accuracy.
Yeah, by about 300s.
Yeah, that would have been terrifying to watch if that was the case.
Yeah, this is exactly why so many teams have banned it. No matter how good you are, there's nothing stopping nerves from just making your brain short-circuit and pressing D when it's actually a kill.
Yeah, another break point here. This time for the Philippines. Now with the next map pick. Let's see. Hard Arc 1 did not work out for them, so let's see what kind of maps they're cooking up. I want to say a DT2 map pick.
I think that looks good. I think free mod could also be good, but I don't know if they're confident enough in doing a lot of mods. Actually, they're picking a lot of free instead.
Okay. I'm just very off on the picks here.
I think we're both pretty off. You know what is surprising, because it's like the next scariest map in the pool, I think. Like a lot of people, 260 BPM is right up most players' skill houses, so it's just really scary.
Yeah, I mean 260 can be pretty rough if the patterns are pretty difficult, but the patterns here aren't too bad if I remember. they're pretty straightforward, so I don't think that'll be the issue. So this might just be another consistency map, but just kind of reskin towards being more speedy based.
Yeah, in this modern age, 260 is like the 240 of 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's a little bit wild saying that. If I said that like 3 or 4 years ago, that would have been like a weird thing to say.
Yeah, in my day, 260 used to be kind of fast, and now it is absolutely not that fast.
Imagine, I'd imagine players from other game modes listen to that. They're like, "What? 260 is slow or not that fast?"
Yeah, it's just the benefit of having a full 4 fingers at your disposal. Or I guess still 2 fingers for Jai.
Oh yeah, true. I forget Jai is a 2-finger player because they play this game at such a god tier level that I just forget.
Yeah, it's the most authentic way to play because it's like your 2 fingers on the drumstick.
Yeah, and going into here, Aerie is going to be the first one to pick up a miss. Not a great start for the Philippines, but it is only 1 miss. It was fairly early on. But yeah, that's going to give Australia a pretty decent early lead. 20,000 point difference. Not too bad, especially on a map that could just come down to a few 100s or just 1 miss potentially.
Yeah, and speaking of really scary, the other 2 Philippine players, both on a double S.
Yeah, so it just seems like it's just coming down to that 1 miss right now, as both Rashiko and J-Met are looking pretty scary on this map right now. They're probably both thinking to themselves, oh my goodness, 2 SSs on our team side. That must kind of put the nerves on them, just a little bit, knowing that 2 of them are SSing.
And even just the break showing you everyone's scores is very nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Oh, it might just come down to that 1 miss right there, and the accuracy drops from Aerie.
Yeah, Jai currently at, I think that's a 1-100, Hungry Turtle at maybe 2 100s, Splork at, I think, 4.
Yeah, 2 SSs still. Are we gonna see 2 SSs on the side of the Philippines? Oh, now that's gonna even out things completely. That's gonna make things so close. It's gonna come down to the wire. Oh no, they're not. They're dropping 100s. It's flipping over to the Philippines. There's not a lot of map left. If anyone drops accuracy in the Philippines, it could flip over. If they all hold on to their accuracy, and oh my,
4,000 points.
Wow. An SS from J-Man to barely secure the map pick for the Philippines, setting them to match point. Wow.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. If Hungry Turtle missed even like 100 combo afterwards, he might have been fine.
Oh, that is so unfortunate for Australia. Yeah.
It's Australia's pick, so I mean, the pool is getting increasingly narrow. They're actually picking 2.
I just have no idea what these teams are gonna pick, ever. I'm just always wrong about it.
Well, clearly they know what they're doing. They've somehow only been 2 break points, despite multiple maps being like within 10,000 points difference.
But yeah, DT2, this could be the final map pick for Australia. It's do or die now. They have to win 3 maps in a row in order to come out on top of this match. On top of having to win the tiebreaker after winning their own map pick. And whatever is the last pick for the Philippines. It's a bit of an uphill battle now.
It's still possible. This match very easily could have been 4-2 in Australia's favor.
Yeah, definitely. Just every single map has been close. I think the only map that was somewhat decisively won was HR1. And that feels kind of weird saying that because it was still like a 60,000 point difference.
Yeah, and Australia really performed well there. So maybe they're also going to perform well on this sort of more typical double time map.
Yeah, the pressure's on Australia to perform now, but pressure's a little bit on the Philippines because, I mean, they only have 1 more pick left after this, and they better make it count. And with how the picks have been going, where it just feels like neither team really know which team is going to come out on top. It's a little bit scary for the Philippines as well, even though they only need to take one more map in order to win this.
Yeah, they're not very far, actually. If they just manage to win this, Philippines has not that many other maps to pick. They do have Fremont Open, which I think they should in theory be favored on, but I think Jai has been a stronger individual player, so he might be able to make the difference on the long run.
Yeah, I think if Jai can like pull out some crazy hidden hard rock score, that could definitely help Australia with clutching out like a Fremont pick.
It's definitely possible, but it's a bit of an uphill battle to say the least.
Yeah. I mean, Jai might be up to the task. They have been playing pretty well this entire match. They've been nearly MVP or MVP on like every single map. Although Jaina has been the MVP of the last 2 map picks, so they're starting to heat up a little bit. All right, getting into DT2, Australia's final pick of this match.
And whichever of these teams ends up falling into losers bracket will be very scary for the other players, for the other teams.
Yeah, both these teams have played pretty well in this match, so it looks like whoever loses this match will be playing against Denmark, which is the 32nd seed.
Oh, that's an unfortunate drop from Hungry Turtle.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and their accuracy is also sitting around 98, so that's not what you want to be seeing if you're rooting for Australia.
I think Hungry Turtle is a DDKK player. They were single tapping some of the monos at the start, and ended up dropping accuracy because of that. Oh, Kish did miss at the tail end of that stream.
Yeah, and their accuracy is dropping a little bit. That's closing the gap quite a bit. Around 6,000 to 5,000 point differential. It's starting to close it even further. It could flip over if any of the players on the side of the Philippines start dropping accuracy. But Hungry Turtle's dropping a few more in hundreds. Oh, more 100s. It flips over for just... It's flickering over to the side of Australia for just a moment there. Oh my... Oh, it looks like Australia maintains somewhat of a lead now. 2,000 point differential, but still, it's just a couple hundreds.
I'm really surprised the score is this close. In theory, Philippines should still be winning with their accuracy advantage, but maybe there's a finisher issue somewhere.
Yeah, it's a bit interesting. I wonder if like one of the players didn't hit any of the finishers. Oh, but that miss from Hungry Turtle right as we get to the break. Oh my. And that's gonna get Philippines the lead yet again, and now it's climbing up to around 12,000. Incredibly close right now.
Yeah, Jimmy has just been incredibly consistent throughout all these matches. And Irie now had some questionable misses at the start of the match, but seems to be recovering really well at this point.
Yeah, I think with Australia's accuracy, they're gonna have to kind of hope for a miss at this point. And it's a Hungry Turtle. It's a missing right as Kush misses. And I think that might seal it unless there's another miss. There has to be another pretty big combo drop on the side of the Philippines for Australia to take this. This could be the end of this match here. There's not too much map left. Australia are trying their hardest.
Closing down a bit.
Oh, it is, yeah. The accuracy. Oh, but there's some hundreds dropping from a Hungry Turtle right there. And yeah, it's just not enough time.
Another 10k match. That was actually really close.
Wow, that was so close the whole time. Every single map nearly was just a close battle. And it looks like Philippines will be coming out on top, winning it 5-2 here. Actually, such an impressive performance from both of these teams.
Yeah, just unfortunate. A few hundreds could have swung the score, but Philippines overall holding on very strong.
Yeah, I think it just came down to the accuracy there. Overall in the entire match, it just looked like the Philippines just had slightly better accuracy than Australia for most of the match.
Alright, Philippines will be advancing deeper into the winners bracket. Australia sent down to the losers bracket, but they should be happy with how they played this week.
Yeah, I think both teams played pretty well, and I think Australia have a good chance of, getting a bit far into the losers bracket, so I look forward to seeing their run there. But yeah, the Philippines having to play against Japan in your next winners bracket match. That is,
Is that real?
yes,
Oh, no.
they did win this match, but unfortunately they have to play against Japan next week, so
Well,
that
maybe
makes things
they'll win
tricky.
next week. Who knows? They could be the first one in, what is it, 5-6 years to beat Japan.
If they do that, I don't even know. I don't have words.
If I get that, I will renounce my citizenship and move to the Philippines.
Philippines will be the new #1 country for taiko, I believe. But yeah, that's it for this match. But we do have a match coming up quite shortly in just 15 minutes. We'll be seeing China versus Mexico in the winners bracket.
Alright, so I think the stream is probably staying up, but we'll see you then in just 14 minutes.
Yeah, we'll see you all around then. Definitely stay tuned. That'll be it for us just for a little bit.